We're going to be making fingerless gloves with the magic loop, and this is a knit to purl to ribbing. Now I'm using a size 4, number 4 worsted yarn from Woolies, and I am going to be using circular needles number 8 US needles, which is the same as 5 millimeters. Now these needles for the magic loop come from the Knitter's Pride, from the Mindful collection. This is from the Serenity Set. So they're very nice to work with, very, very nice. So I'm going to cast on my stitches with the long tail cast on. So let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need to cast on 40, and I'll see you when I do that. So once you cast on your stitches, you want to turn your needle toward the right side of your work, and more or less halfway pinch your cable and pull. So that way you have these stitches on your other needle. And now you're going to have half of the stitches on one side and half of the stitches on the other side, and they're all looking toward the same way. And now you're going to pick up your working yarn. Be aware not to use the tail, and you're going to pull at the back needle. Pull, and now pick up your working yarn and start knitting with the front needle. So knit, knit 2, and purl 2. Knit 2, and purl 2. We have a tutorial on how to use the magic loop if you want to take a look at it. Knit 2 and purl 2, and I'll come back when I get here. Okay, so my working yarn is in the needle in the back, and I already pulled all the other stitches to the needle in the front. So now I pick up the needle with the working yarn and pull. And then I pick up the yarn and start knitting. Knit 2 and purl 2. Knit 2 and purl 2, and you do that all around, and I will see you when I get to the thumb part. So I knitted 33 rounds, and now I want to make the space for the thumb. Therefore, I cannot knit in the round. I am going to be knitting back and forth. And that means I am not going to knit here. I am going to knit in the back, and therefore I am going to be knitting on the inside part of the glove. So I take the front needle this time, pull, and then you can start knitting on the same side where your working yarn is. So knit 2 and purl 2, and you do this 10 rows. So knit 2 and purl 2, knit 2 and purl 2, and then of course when you get here you turn and work back. Okay, so I'm on the way back of the thumb section, and so this time I'm knitting in the outside part. So knit 2 and purl 2, knit 2 and purl 2. I finished knitting the 10 rows of back and forth, and now I want to connect them. Bring my stitches to the front needle. This is where the yarn is. I pull at that needle and start knitting here. So knit 2 and purl 2 and go around for 12 rounds, and I will see you when I finish my 12 rounds. Okay, so I finished the 12 rounds after the section for the thumb, and so now I am going to bind off. So let's do that. So knit and knit, pass over, purl, pass over, and purl, pass over. So that means binding in pattern. So knit and knit and purl. Do it kind of snugly, because since it's ribbing you don't want this part to be too wobbly. So I will come back and show you how to hide your seams or your threads, the first and last stitch. So this is my last stitch. I pull at it and cut my yarn, pull completely out, and now you're going to put your yarn on a blunt needle and find that first stitch on the other side. Let's see which one it is. Right there. Pass it through and then come back to where you took off, and now it forms a new stitch. Now you go to the back and make a simple knot, nice and tight, and then weave in the end. And you do that at the beginning too, and that's it. You have nice gloves. I'll take some pictures. Thank you for watching, and share us with your friends. Like our page and subscribe, and take care.